Hello, both sides of the conversation family. We welcome you to this virtual space crafted especially for you. My name is Jada Curry, and I'm both sides of the conversation's marketing director and graphics design specialist. I want to take some time to ground us all as a community into this space we are about to open up in, so let's go through our community standards. Both sides of the conversation is providing a safe and honest space for open conversation, so we ask that you all be respectful of that. We also ask that you be respectful of each panelist, host, and participant. We do encourage healthy debates and conversations. Don't personalize anything with anyone. This includes name-calling, bullying, trolling, or shaming. This will not be allowed or tolerated. Your perspective is yours. It is not a prescription. You do not have to agree, but show respect. These community standards apply to all of our live shows and any virtual spaces that we hold on social media, including YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We want to make sure that we are caring for each other as a community. This is our priority in all of our endeavors as both sides of the conversation. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's show and continue to stay in touch with us via YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or all of them. All right, thank you for listening and see you soon.
Welcome, everybody, to both sides of the conversation. I'm John Henry, Executive Director. Today is Thursday. Y'all know what that means. Thursday is always like an important day. This is the day you come and get that information, that game. Y'all know every Thursday we are here at 6 p.m. with another Educational Thursday. We bring folks on who do PowerPoint presentations, talk about some things that maybe our community haven't been talking about, giving us some information and education so that we can better impact our community. Tonight, we're having a crucial conversation about money. I think it's time that we continue to talk about money in our community as inflation is going up. It sounds like the Fed is going to be doing some more interest rate hikes. What a time to start figuring out ways to start getting financially responsible. So tonight we got Miss Cynthia Yannacone coming back on, as she always do, about blessing the community with finances, making sure folks have connections and resources and things of that nature when it comes to financial literacy. So just always happy to have folks who come on and teach money and things of that nature, as we committed to in the start of this year, that this year we're going to focus on money, finance, mental health, and things of that nature. And all year, that's what we've been doing on our Educational Thursday, our Sunday conversations, talking about finance, talking about mental health, talking about the things that's impacting our community. And that's what we're going to continue to do here today. As y'all can see, it's the end of the week. I am tired, burnt out, fighting to get some energy. I don't know if it's this fall, first day of fall stuff, because I feel like I'm falling off. I'm losing energy. The equinox is changing. The gravity is, I don't know what it is, but I'm just running out of gas, as they say. A number of funeral services that we've been a part of getting through this week has been an emotional up and down roller coaster week. But again, we're here to do our thing and support community. We will continue to do that throughout this journey. It's a long journey, but we're going to get to there and keep working through all of the ups and downs and make sure that our community is supported and get the resources that is needed. With that being said, it's some phenomenal events coming up. Community, you got to get a part of it. If you want to know what's going on, tune in, because we're going to be dropping gems of things that's coming up in October. We have our breast cancer awareness month. We have domestic violence month. We have a number of things coming up. There is some financial, economic series going on with the Human Rights Commission. Hey, I'm just telling you, you better tap in, get some of this information, get some of the game so you can learn what's going on and how to get connected and uplift community. With that being said, we're going to jump into our rural news and talk about some of the stuff that's going on in the community. As you all know, we've been talking about violence over the past week. More violence events have been occurring in our city, and it's just getting out of control, okay? More shootings, more people going down, And we're going to have to continue this conversation. We're trying to find ways, emergency teams, everybody's out trying to do something to combat this gun violence in our communities, but it is tearing us apart. So again, continue to do our part as well as you all in the community. Continue to uplift peace. Talk to young folks, talk to community folks. And when we get into these situations, find out a way that we can promote a non-violence approach when it comes to conflict management, disagreements, things on social media, whatever it is. We have to find a better way to deal with our anger, deal with our fear and our pain, and not use guns and weapons for violence. So with that being said, jump into these announcements, and we'll get into tonight's educational presentation. As you all heard me earlier, the Federal Reserve ordered another supersized jump in interest rates yesterday and signaled that additional rate hikes are likely in the coming months. The central bank raised the benchmark interest rate by 0.75 percentage points Wednesday, matching hikes in June and July. The Fed has been boasting borrowing costs as the fastest pace in decades. But so far, its actions have done little to curb the wrap up and running in prices. I don't know about y'all, but if you're trying to buy something right now, a house, a car, everything is high. So be careful. Pay attention to these interest rate hikes. Make sure you're doing the things to save money and build up some discretionary funds, as everything is starting to cost more and it's taking a little bit more out of folks' pockets. So again, that's why it's great to have Cynthia here tonight to really talk about strategies and talk about money and put something other in your mind about how to maneuver with these tight money situations. Also, the former DHS director pleaded guilty to welfare fraud. The former head of the Mississippi Department of Human Services, John Davis, pled guilty on Thursday for conspiring to defraud the state of Mississippi of millions of dollars in federal funds. At Davis' direction, Mississippi Welfare Agency provided federal funds to projects that were improper, including a new volleyball facility requested by former NFL quarterback Brett Favre that benefited his daughter. Davis has been sentenced to 32 years in prison in order to pay a restitution for his role in the welfare fraud scheme. Again, when y'all hear me on here yelling and screaming about poverty pimps, people using the money that's supposed to go to the people to do other things, that's not cool. And again, unfortunate. And folks down in Mississippi don't have water, and these millions of dollars are going to volleyball courts and should be going to the community. So terrible stuff. That's what happens, and we got to hold people accountable, and that's what's happening. And again, 32-year sentence. Hopefully the next folks that come in there won't try to do those type of things. Also, the New York Attorney General, Ms. Letitia James, filed $250 million lawsuit against Donald Trump. James announced that following a $250 million lawsuit against Donald Trump, I called him Hump and the Trump organization, and three of his adult children, Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump Jr., and Eric Trump, for allegedly using fraudulent funds to multiple Trump businesses, including various properties and golf courses. The lawsuit further states that Trump and the Trump organization knowingly deceived lenders, insurers, and tax authorities by lying about the value of their properties using misleading appraisals. Attorney General James also wants Donald Trump and his children permanently banned from serving as directors of any business registered in the state of New York. James seeks to cancel the Trump Organization corporate certificate. If this request is granted by a judge, it will force Trump Organization to permanently cease. So I know a lot of folks are seeing how far that's going to go, what's going to happen, more to come. But again, folks are holding folks accountable, and it's been a long time since folks who aren't a part of the Black and Brown community starting to see some of the things that's taking place in our community when it comes to accountability being put on those millionaires, billionaires, and folks who think they are above the law. All right, with the community events, the Baby Swim and Splash program is happening. It was an 8-week session started in September 12th through November 4th at the San Francisco Recreation Parks Department, Martha King Jr. Pool, 5701 3rd Street in San Francisco. Again, this is ongoing through November. If you want your young folks to learn how to swim, get them out there in the community so that they can learn how to swim. Also, the Quality of Life Festival and Advocacy Day, September the 24th, is happening in Washington, D.C. That is coming up this weekend. If you would like to get more information and check out what's going on, contact the email address up there on the screen or visit that website and they'll give you the information that you need to know. Very important stuff going on when you're talking about equity. Also, the 9th annual KMJ Sickle Cell Warrior Walk is happening Saturday, the 24th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Baby Opera House, 4705 3rd Street. For more information, check out the website with the link down below on the screen. Also, the Oh My Roller Skate Party is happening this Saturday, the 24th, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Okay, this is a great event. Maurice Rivers is the person that's in charge of it. They'll be over there on Capitol and Resorbit, and should be a great event. A lot of community folks, some of our folks from both sides of the conversation will be out there. I won't be able to be there, Maurice. I apologize, brother, but I will be at the next events coming up. Also, the Taste of Excelsior Family Fun Day is happening. The local food arts is happening this Saturday, the 24th, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's going to be on 201 Ocean Avenue. Should be a great event. Go out and check out some of the food, some of the drinks, some of the things that's going on with the Taste of Excelsior. Also, the International Shift, free interactive site-specific performance and art installation is happening September the 24th, 2022. That's going to be from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The Eventbrite information is up on the screen. Also, the Harlem of the West, San Francisco Fillmore Jazz Era, 1940s and 50s. Photo exhibit is happening this Saturday, 24th, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Get out there. They got a special jazz guest that's coming on to play. So if you like jazz music and you like to relax, that'll be a great event. Check out some of the photos that took place in the Fillmore back in the days in the 40s and 50s. Check out some of the historic things that's taking place. I think it's going to be a great event. So get out there and check it out. Also, the PCAN presenting the Blue Ribbon Car Show. That is also happening Saturday, September 24th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to be at 727 Nelson Rising Lane in San Francisco. The Eventbrite information is on the screen below. Also, the Health Subcommittee meeting is happening Sunday, September the 25th, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Third Baptist Church in San Francisco, 1399 McAllister Street. If you would like to go be a part of that Health Subcommittee, go check it out. Go be a part of it over there at Third Baptist Church. Also, District 10 Safety Plan, Violence Prevention Peace Rally is happening Saturday, October the 1st, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the District 6, across the street from the Costco down there, 428 11th Street. If you want tickets, please look at the Eventbrite information below. Get out there. It should be a great event. Also, we have the Pathways to Party, Investing in Economic Rights for All. That's happening October 6th and 7th. I talked about that. The Eventbrite information is up. It's presented by the Human Rights Commission in San Francisco. Should be a great conversation. Malia Cohan is going to be there. Director Davis. A number of folks is going to be talking about what the economics impact is going to look like, and just great information for community. So if you want to be a part of it, check it out. Go sign up and see what's going on. Also, the Pop-Up Village is happening. The Pregnancy Pop-Up Village is Saturday, October the 8th, 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. It's going to be at 1201 Mendale Street at Bayview Opera House at the corner right there. Check it out. They're going to have a lot of resources and things for community, even for the fathers, haircuts, mental health services, counseling, things of that nature. So get out there, check it out. Try to get to some of these events because y'all know the rain is coming. It's coming. So a lot of these events aren't going to be out in community as much. So go enjoy some of these before the end of the year. Also, the San Francisco High School, Middle School Night Fair is happening. Learn about the application process and financial aid from SF area top schools. It's open to all 5th and 8th graders. Friday, October the 14th, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at the Boys and Girls Club, Don Fisher Clubhouse at 380 Fulton Street. If you got any questions, there's an email up there. My brother Nate Ford, hit him in the Rebels and check out what's going on. The Legend Nate Thurman 303 basketball tournament is happening Saturday, October the 15th, 7 a.m. For more information, check out the information on the screen. Nice to see Nate getting out there, doing some stuff with the community. Also, high school test prep class is happening to all 7th and 8th graders. If you are prepared to take the placement test for the HSPT exam, classes start in October. For more information, reach out to Nate Ford, sfrebels1990@gmail. Please get our young folks involved so that they can start learning and get a head start so that they can be ready for school and all the preparation that they need to move on. Also, the Peace Parks presents the Friday Night Fun every Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Hamilton Rec Center, 1600 Gary Boulevard. If you got young folks over in the Fillmore, please get them over to the Peace Parks. Go out there, let them have some fun and hang out. Some cool stuff going on over there. Get our young people out doing something on Friday nights. Also, the Saturday Family Fun Day is happening. They're going to be doing field trips, sporting events, and much more every second and fourth Saturday. Reach out to my guy, SF Rebels, Nate Ford, see what they got going on. What's the next up event so that your young folks could be a part of that as well. Also, Soulful Sundays in the Fillmore every Sunday, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., 1700 block of O'Farrell. For more information, please look at the information up there. Get involved. They are starting to do more and more things in the Fillmore and Bayview, trying to get things for our community to have things to do besides picking up guns and shooting at each other. Also, the 33rd annual Pee Wee Basketball League registration is currently open. They are also looking for coaches. If you would like to volunteer and be a coach, a lot of this stuff is kicking off the first week in October. Reach out to my guy, Nate Ford, the SF Rebels, because he is leading the path on that as well. Also, the San Francisco Smart Money Coaching is happening. Free confidential financial guidance for anyone living and working or receiving services in San Francisco. To schedule an appointment, call that 1-877 number. Please get out there. This tonight's show is about financial literacy. All we want to do is keep pumping financial literacy information into our community so that folks can get an opportunity to learn about financial literacy and building their financial wealth. With that being said, both sides of the conversation, our capacity building fundraiser is out there. Please hit our GoFundMe page, make a donation, go to our website, donate. All right, we're trying to build capacity. It's a lot of things that we need to do for the community, and we need community support to support us. Y'all know we support everybody. But again, we need some support so that we can further do outreach, some of the things that we need to do to build up our organization so that we can impact the community on some of this violence, work with some of our youth, doing the things that we continue to do to impact community. So please, if you have it in your heart, instead of you going to waste money to go to the club this weekend or buy a new Gucci bag, give some of that money to an organization that is helping out community. With that being said, we're still looking for volunteers. There's a lot of things that we do here, and we would like to use some of your talent and expertise to help our community. If that is you and you like to volunteer and come help support the work we do, you want to feel good and be a part of both sides of the conversation and be a part of the change in our community and change that narrative, please go to our website, fill out the information, and send over your information, and we'll have somebody get out to you, check in with you, and get you connected with us so you could go ahead and connect and be a positive change in our community. Also, another way you can support us, maybe you don't have the time. Maybe you're working 3 jobs. You're like, John, I'm like you. You a real Jamaican. I'm a real Jamaican. I work all the time. I can't give up no volunteer time. You can also donate and use Amazon Smile as a place that you can financially support us. No extra cost to you. But every time you purchase something on Amazon, you could go ahead and choose both sides of the conversation as a charitable organization. And every time you shop, 0.5% of what you are spending, they will give us 0.5% to help us out. No extra cost to you, but because you're shopping, they're going to give back to help our organization. That's another way you could give back. And all those ladies out there, I told y'all Tuesday night, if you don't choose us as your charitable organization, I'm telling y'all husbands, I'm calling y'all husbands, and I'm going to tell them I saw y'all sneaking on the porch, grabbing all those packages before they came home and snuck them in the house. All right, I'm telling on y'all. All right, with all that being said, please go to all of our social media handles at both sides of the conversation. Follow us, sign up to our newsletter, find out what's going on. Go to our YouTube, sign up on our YouTube, both sides of the conversation, so that you could tap in and find out what's going on anytime we live, any events we're doing in the community. You could be a part of it as well. Check out our Facebook group and page. A lot of things going on, a lot of information being shared. Great place to get information. Our Instagram as well. We all over the place. Go to TikTok. There's things happening. Check out both sides of the conversation as we continue to do what we do to impact you and the community. Also, our upcoming shows this Sunday at 4 p.m. We're going to have a Sunday conversation with our youth. Y'all know we love the youth. All the people in the community, y'all need to listen to the youth. They're very sharp, very talented. They're going to have a great conversation about building healthy relationships. I'm ready to listen to the youth because obviously or the adults in our community can't have healthy relationships. So I'm gonna listen to the youth. Maybe they got some bright ideas that we could put into our playbook in our tool bags to use. So they're going to be talking about red flags and a number of things. But I think it's great to hear from the youth when they're talking about building healthy relationships, because I think some of the adults in our community don't have healthy relationships. So again, that's this Sunday. They'll be live at 4 p.m. Please support and check out our youth. I think it is very important that community listen to our youth, give feedback, help support them as they're building up their work to give back to the community as well. And they believe that this communication, these conversations, brings healing and peace into our communities as well. And with that being said, we got another Hidden Gem show coming up next Tuesday. If y'all don't know about our Hidden Gem show, that's the positive show of the week. That's the day that I love the most, right? We highlight phenomenal businesses, small businesses. We are highlighting folks in our community that's doing positive things to impact our community, organizations, police, fire, teachers, students, everybody. Hidden gems. If you know a hidden gem that's out there doing something, whether it's a small business or somebody that's impacting our community, highlight them, nominate them. Go to our website, nominate them so that we can get them on so community know who they are and what they're doing. We have some phenomenal folks coming on, so we are excited about that. With that being said, that's it. Wait, that's it. There's nothing left. I got Miss Tony here. I got Sakati here from the team, but the show is going to begin tonight with Miss Cynthia and Yannacone. Good evening, Cynthia. You're back. Come bless the people, Cynthia. We need to hear
Good
about
evening.
this
Good evening. It's good to be back. Thank you. I know something's in the air, but we're here, we're present, and that's what matters most. So thank you, John, for having me again, to share all the information that I can in regards to financial literacy and financial education.
Yes. And Cynthia, your birthday just passed. Happy birthday
Oh,
again. I know you had a lot of great time, and I know we got to catch up and break bread, but happy birthday. How does it feel
thank
to be
you.
so
September.
young?
I know.
How
It's
does
just
it
like
feel to be
I'm still
21 again?
celebrating. It's like the whole month of September and some.
Man, it must
Yeah,
feel good to
I'm
be
embracing
21,
my
huh?
my age.
It feels good to be 21. Come on, Cynthia, tell
Yeah,
me it feels good to be
exactly,
21.
exactly. You know how
Yes.
it goes. Yeah, so it's good to be here and just excited to show my presentation and stuff as well.
All right, no
So
problem. But go
usually
ahead.
I have Sean here, missing Sean, but all is well. Things
Yeah,
happen.
shout out to Sean. He's doing what real fathers do. Taking care of the baby. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Shout out to you, Sean. We know you here in spirit.
Yes. Okay.
Are you
So
ready for me to put up your presentation?
all right, yes. So bear with me in my right there it goes. And being able to deal with technology. So, financial empowerment through financial literacy to help the community with passion and having a big heart is a must. So, me becoming a financial wellness coach, Cynthia Yannacone presents. And so I just want to share this information. And of course, a lot of it's information, but there's always an opportunity at the end of the day for people who want to do more than just their job. And you know just looking at everything like the willingness to go and grow and just learn more about financial literacy is just really important. So I'm gonna okay, good. I'm like trying to make sure I'm working this right. So financial education, helping people know about financial literacy. I know that many of you heard like my story with my dad, but it's still so very inspiring to me. I just looked at my phone the other day, today actually, and yesterday, the 21st, and 111 comes on, and that's my dad's birthday, January 11th. And he just is constantly reminding me he's there, inspiring me. And it was until like I realized he didn't have a living trust in place, no life insurance, and my mom lost his pension plan along with her losing her 401k in 2008 in that crash. That it was just life changing when he passed away in 2018. Life changing experiences make for life changing decisions. And, we had those conversations about money too. And they were just really hard to have because, like, he would say, Cynthia, I know you got a college education. And I did, and I do. And I didn't learn anything, not even in high school, not even in the university, about what I've learned now. And my dad has been that inspiration because we used to have those conversations about money. And I used to be like, money doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, I know what he was trying to tell me. Money does matter. It's not the end all do of everything, but it's a tool, and you need to learn about it and how it works. And of course, just like us, I think we're big on family. You see, my family's here, and it's so important. And my dad was such a hard worker. Like he would say he worked 46 stinky years at Kaiser, and he was just a hardworking man, and that's kind of what he showed on to me too as well. And my mom, thank God she's still here with me. She's actually in Cancun, so I'm really happy for her that she's being able to be in Cancun and enjoy. That was my daddy's favorite vacation spot, and they've been able to go there, or he was able, I'm sure he's there in spirit as well with her. And it's just been a blessing for our family to like learn all this, or I've been learning all this stuff and sharing it and making sure, because I'm also a grandma, a fabuela, and I have grandbabies as well. They're not on these pictures, but they're also the reason why I do what I do. My daughter Stephanie, my son Julian, and my daughter Sarai are all also following and understanding and learning more about what this all means, how important financial literacy is. So, I've always put this out there because I think it's really important to know the difference of financial literacy and financial education. Financial literacy is the ability to know how to manage your financial resources. Basic financial literacy helps people to become self sufficient and achieve financial stability. While it's financial education, it's the ability to understand how financial resources work. It refers to the technique of investing and managing financial resources and the skill to make good financial decisions. Employees tend to be more productive and suffer from less financial stress. Financial education can be a reality check that encourages savings, which is really important. Having that savings habit versus the spending habit that we have. And one of my mentors said, education without implementation is only information. And we live in an era, right, where you can Google everything, Google it, Google it, Google it. And then we get so bombarded with information and we do nothing with it. We just gather in the information and we don't take action. And so it's really important with all the information that you're going to hear today to take some kind of action, whether it's to reach out to me at 415-286-0616 or an email, but I prefer phone. At the end of the day, I think it's that action just to even get information and have, and figure out what is going to work for you is what's important. And I know that I would like you, whoever's watching, to take down these, answer these questions to yourself, right? In your financial journey, these are things to consider. And these are really important, right? What are your dreams and goals? Like, think about it. Like, what do you want? Think big. Why we always hold ourselves to limitations because of lack of financial resources. But think big, like your dreams and goals. I know mine are, to like also like to have my own nonprofit, able to like travel. I love to travel. I just went to Miami last week. Like John said, it was my birthday and I got to travel, but I want to be able to do more of that. I want to be able to do it with my family and, my family, my extended family as well, and just be able to help others. At the end of the day, that's one of my biggest things as well. It's just like get them to see, what's more out there. Thank God I feel blessed. I have a home. Like that was one of my dreams and goals, and I have a home. And recently I've been able to buy it out through the city, and it is what it is. It was what it is, and I just now and knowing how to have investment properties and things like that's important. So, for me, right? And at the end of the day, you'll figure out what are your dreams and goals, what's going to be something that inspires you to do what you do and want to be a better you. So, number 2, are you financially where you hope to be in your life right now? Thank God I feel okay, but yes, I want more, right? I want to be able to do more. So think about yourself. Like, where are you at? I mean, in the sense of, do you have enough income? Do you have debt? Like, all these different, things that, what do you want to do financially? And if you are where you want it to be right now. So the third one, which I think is so important, is think about your beliefs about money. Where did they come from? And for me, this comes again, my daddy, right? He was the one that saying money don't grow on trees. I'm broke. And the recent one that I remembered was I'm not made of money. And, those beliefs really stuck to me, obviously, right? I still remember them. And what is the feeling behind that? There's not enough, there's scarcity, like there's fear around money and everything. And I think that that's just something important to be aware of, because at the end of the day, your mindset and your mind can shift when you think differently about money. Like, I've had to work on what I needed to work on, that now I say to myself, money comes to me easily and effortlessly. My income is constantly increasing. And it's like from every like job that I had, my income has increased. And so these are like things that you want to like shift your mindset and have. And but be aware of where they came from, so that you're aware of it. And when they start to creep up, you can replace them with a different thought as well, a different belief, now that you know what you know. um and my mom, she was the big spender, so the belief, too, about like debt and changing that as well, being aware of the debt that's created with credit cards and stuff. So so not everything has to be bought with credit, which was like a belief I guess I had in my head as well. But just shifting. And then number 4 is like, what would you like to gain from our time together? So that's obviously something you can't share out loud, but you can definitely share it in the comments. What do you want to get out of time together? So and this is me, right? Money, financial literacy. Let's start learning. Let's break the cycle of poverty and create generational wealth. That all begins with you. So I'll say little again. So my vision is to break the cycle of poverty and create generational wealth for the Black and Brown community. And I've started and been doing workshops, one-on-one, but also 2 nonprofits, 2 different programs, me and other my colleagues as well, because this is so important. And even to staff that work at nonprofits, like we've been able to share this information to help them understand. Because I remember, I mean, I used to work in a nonprofit, and here I am was trying to help clients, and yet let alone I didn't know what a budget or how to create a budget or do a budget. And these things that as a nonprofit worker, and at this, so I think it's always important, we need to equip ourselves as staff and clients, to help our clients take action for their financial future. So this is a general flyer of what I do, but I could always change it for different workshops and stuff. And sometimes I do the series of different workshops, and sometimes I just do one-time workshops. So just to put that out there. And one of our biggest mission is no family left behind. And it's really important to understand family A and family B, right? Family A seems many middle class America. Family B is a few wealthy Americans. But looking at this, it's really important to kind of see where you're at, right? And again, it's neither good nor bad. It brings awareness so that you can make different changes. And one of the biggest difference in these 2 families is what my dad was looking for. He had no advisor, he had no plan, and he wanted a professional. And he was seeking me for it when we used to have those conversations, but I didn't even know any better than either. So again, like in the Bible says, most people don't plan to fail, they just fail to plan. And so which is why I do what I do now, like because we just need to plan and talk about it, have conversations about what is it that you want, what is it that your family may need, and vice versa, looking at all these things that is out there. And 4 of the things that we really touch on is retirement plan, income protection, children's future plan, and generational wealth. And these are all so important, because retirement, sometimes we as employees, we just know about the 401k, the 403b, the 457, and you just need to know how those work. And that's part of like what you would want to have in your retirement. Income protection, right? We just don't know what's going to happen to us sometimes. And now that I do what I do, I just find too many times, people are caught in situations, whether it's accidents that have left them like not able to walk and do things, for a temporary time, but still, the bills don't stop even if your income stops. So that's really important to understand why income protection is important. Children's future plan. So, of course, my kids right now, thank God, I feel blessed, they're in college, but that's not all I want for them, right? So, starting, and with my grandbabies, just starting a plan where they could either go to college if that's what they want to do, maybe have down payment for a home, maybe a car, or maybe them starting their own business as well. So it's really like big and broad instead of just like college, right? Then generational wealth. This is really big because I'm learning so much about it. And even with my kids, what with the Rockefellers is a book that explains what has the Rockefellers done for 7 generations, and it's about learning. So how they have been able to pass that generational wealth on and knowledge through living trust. Like I have my living trust now as well. Like I help my mom, I help my sister, and now I help myself. And just being more aware of what's on there and why it's so important, and having these conversations with our families about it. And, just like any board game, any sport, it's so important to know the rules in order to win, right? Of course, so most people don't know these 3 general rules of money. So I'm going to go really quick into them, like in these phases: accumulation, protection, distribution. The first one is compounding interest. And the rule of 72, which is not that I made it up, it's Albert Einstein. So it goes into, these are just pure examples of the percentage of what accounts offer you. And this could work for you or it could work against you, right? Especially if you have credit cards, and when the money is compounding back into the banks with all those credit cards, right? So but it could work for you once and you figure out a strategy that will work better for you. So there's the 1%, there's the 4%, there's the 6%, there's actually the 12%. And then you can see in the example how your money is compounding there. For 1% divided into 10,000, it's going to take you 72 years to make 20,000. And the 12%, it's every 6 years your money is compounding. So going on to the second rule is how money grows. There's only 3 ways that money grows. It's fixed, right? Very, very safe. Doesn't move, doesn't go fast or anything. It's just pretty much stable and steady. Then there's the variable, right? And that's where the stock market is, and it's up and down. It's unpredictable. It's like gambling. It's neither, again, like no, not good or bad, but you need to know, when you have your money there, when to move it and when not to, or what not. But that's what makes it kind of just so nerve-wracking sometimes. But because especially because they say, yeah, with everything that's happening now, what John was mentioning about like the crashes or about the money, the inflation, and if you're going to retire, the market doesn't have enough time for it to correct itself. So that's just other things to be mindful about. And then there goes the third way, indexing. So that is, it's a hybrid of both, right? Everything's like hybrid, and it's index, so it'll grow when it grows, and then if it drops, it caps at 0. So these are just 3 ways how money grows. And then the last one is like the last third is everybody can't get away. Uncle Sam, right? How money gets taxed. So tax now is just like the savings accounts, the CDs, the mutual funds, and the tax later. Again, that's realizing is, do you think that taxes are going to be lower or higher in the future? you know Most people, with all the stimulus checks and everything, that is probably going to be higher. And so a lot of times, like too, with the 401k, it seems like a tax benefit being deferred, but at the end of when you're ready to take it out, that's when you're going to get taxed. And if taxes are going to be higher, your 401k may become your 201k, which is why a lot of people need to be more mindful about only looking at for other resources just in the 401k. The IRAs, the fixed annuities. Then there's the tax advantage, right? The Roth IRAs, which is not, you could take your money out and you're not going to be taxed on it. The executive bonus plans that are done for businesses, especially like when you have a business. And I always, encourage like small businesses to start kind of investing in themselves, because that's the way that they'll be having some money when, because the business ends, then you still have some kind of money to fall onto. And that makes a big difference for small businesses, that they need to understand they need to create that for themselves, which they can create their own executive bonus plan. And then there's the cash accumulation in life insurance, the IUL. So, and then this month is life insurance month. And so I just wanted to go really briefly into like the different types, because when I didn't know about life insurance or much of it. So when my dad passed away and my family friend reached out to me, Sandy, she I was like, I'm good, I'm fine. And I thought I was, and I didn't realize how underinsured I was. But I had a whole life that was 45,000. And God forbid anything would have happened to me, my kids probably would have been homeless at the end of the day. But now that I know what I know, it's like, what is the role that term, plays? There's term life, and some of them have life living benefits. So, and these are kind of just overall. And then there's universal life, there's variable, and then there's index universal life as well, where those rates of returns, come back. It's all, those are long-term investments. But understanding that life insurance isn't what it used to be. And again, they're like changing and upgrading their strategies as well, and doing things. So it's just important to know the type of life insurance that are out there. And at the end of the day, because our life, at the end of the day, it's not if, it's when, right? And not to be like, at the end of the day, I just want my family to be well, protected, and be able to survive without me. And so it's important to know like these strategies. And when you are meeting with someone to talk about it, you can have like the right questions to ask, and make sure that they're set up properly. That makes a big difference. So I have, with my kids, myself, and everything like that, life insurance. And this is my very quick business model. Usually it goes point by point, but it's all together there. I'm a financial professional. I'm connected with the business platform and various business platforms, honestly, because I also help with the living trust. I also help with debit cards, like if people need that. Just a whole array of things that people need. So I'm connected with the providers, and all I do is these three things: with educate clients on money rules, show financial options, and direct to right providers. So clients honestly can go directly to providers, but most clients are not sure who to ask for or what to ask for. So that's where I just come in. And then, of course, we're very big on books, because secrets are kept in books. And there you see what would the Rockefellers do. Money, wealth, and life insurance, the retirement miracle, the power of zero, like, wanting to really retire closer to that zero tax bracket. And the wealthy physician, one of the biggest quotes that sticks to me is what Robert Kiyosaki said, is that people who plan on retiring poor invest in the 401k. So, and then the other one is the family bank strategy. So there's all these books and more, but these are the ones that I'm just sharing with you right now. And then we go and we help people with their complimentary personal financial review, and through that we look and find out people. We do help them with their financial needs analysis, and we go into these 6 areas. So you got to look at what's more important to you. So 1, increase cash flow, college planning, emergency fund, proper protection, build wealth, preserve wealth. Some people, you say all 6, but for some people might be 1 or 2 or 3. It all depends, and that's what makes it so different. We want to make sure that it's to you, catered to what you need, your needs are, and that's what I like about what I do. I'm able to help people do that. And so where do you see yourself? Complementary for financial strategy, like I just mentioned. And then the other thing is, I didn't think I'd be doing what I was doing, but I became like part-time, referral basis, and this is where I'm at. But again, this whole quote too: knowledge is power, but knowledge without action is useless. So that's just really important to like take in, because we all say that knowledge is power, knowledge is power, but when we don't do anything with the knowledge we have, how much power do we really have? So I just want to make sure we're just thinking out there. And then this is my familia, my family. And I was part of the Renaissance program, the Women's Entrepreneur program. And so through that experience, I created this flyer, and it says 78% of US workers are living paycheck to paycheck. I think maybe it might be bigger by now, who knows, with everything that's going on. And I just say, I'm a financial wellness coach / educator / agent, and I'm here to help. I work with other financial professionals. We provide financial education and leadership development to help bring awareness and encourage individuals to take action of their financial future. I work with individuals who lack financial literacy and have a challenging emotional relationship with money that may be keeping them from managing their finances. I know individual I help individuals create their goals to reach their dreams while they develop healthy money habits that will last a lifetime. As a Peruvian bilingual mother and Latina woman in the financial field, I want to create the trust and connection needed in changing the face of the financial industry. I have over 20 years experience in working in the community in nonprofits. I have a bachelor's in psychology and La Raza studies, a master's in social work, um, and I have a professional license in the financial field along with ongoing training. So again, you can see my vision there is to break the cycle of poverty and create generational wealth for the Black and Brown communities. And it all begins with us. And, basically people like how, what, so I just meet with people over Zoom and, talk with them. We can meet in person nowadays. We build a plan, we take action, my services and my fees. But at the end of the day, I understand if people are needing help, it's very negotiable. I'm very reasonable. And most of the time I just help people because I want to. And then this is my vision board. I think it's really important to do vision boards. This helps. I've been doing vision boards actually since 2007. A lot of things have come to flourish, and I'm thank God. But one of the things that sticks out to me here, obviously, my family, and that I want to leave a legacy that makes the world a better place. And so that's kind of where I'm at. And I know that I can't see your answers, but think about, what did you learn today? What are your takeaways? Are there any questions? I just really want to thank you for participating, and just looking at these quotes. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. So just keep us going, keep it going, keep it rolling. And then I'm actually having a community business mixer on October 14th. So less than a month away. It's going to be in the Mission on 21st in Valencia at Amados. And so that is a place that is interesting. I'll just share really quick. Amado was a bartender out at La Rondalla. Then he worked out at Gava, which is on 22nd and Bartlett. He passed away, and they named it, and this is on 21st. So between 20th, where he used to work, 22nd, and why this is so dear to me is that my godfather, that's his cousin, and so everything kind of, it's like full circle. Where here he has a bar named after him. He has his picture there, and he was just very well known bartender, very friendly guy, and so it's just good. And then the people that are catering are my compadres, so they're my child's godparents. So they have their own small business, and I'm supporting that. So come learn how we're helping nuestra comunidad, our community. And this is my daughter on here as well, because she also does what I do, and she's been going and growing too. It's been amazing to see her growth as I started doing this, and she was licensed 6 months after me, but now she's like really getting it. So it's really an opportunity to network, meet and greet, and have fun. And so thank you. And this is you can take a screenshot of that. My business card. Helping someone is what life is all about. So I just want to emphasize on that. So thanks again. And I think we're done. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Cynthia, for coming
John.
on and presenting every time. Great information. We got to keep pumping this financial literacy information. I think, in these times that we in, the biggest thing too is, income protection, making sure folks have set up backup plans. I just seen the other day, I think it was the Gap or one of the organizations that go 500 people. They're just random, doing some financial cuts, so
Yeah.
things are happening, and definitely folks want to make sure that they have their life insurance policies as well. There's been a lot of death in our communities, a lot of people passing away suddenly. Want to make sure that we have these things in place. So, thank you for all the work you do. giving back in the community, making sure our folks have the information. And I know sometimes folks are slow to getting it. Sometimes in our community, we only react when something happened, right? Money get tight, then we're like, oh, I got to do a budget, right? So, thank you for just being persistent. You and Sean and the team just making sure that everybody gets an opportunity to learn about financial literacy, and you get an opportunity to meet with them and do some of the things that you know, to help our community. I mean, financial power is everything. We can't move forward as a community if we don't have the financial leverage, right? We need ownership. We need young folks investing in stocks and retirement. Too many times people are retiring and they just don't have enough money. So it's just always great to
Mhm.
have you come with this information.
Yeah, so it's definitely like the financial is on a continuum. I'm like teaching a lot of young people that you just want to learn and want to know so that at least they have that information. So when the time comes, or they're really kind of going to be ahead of the game. So it's on definitely continuum. I have a few people that want to retire that are never even sure if they can retire. So, I'm always hearing the stories and like, but that's why I do what I do, because there's always an opportunity to go and grow and learn more, because it's really important.
Yeah, I mean, especially with all of the changes, so many folks just missed this, didn't get it in high school, didn't get it in college. So just always great. And again, you're meeting people all over the place on Zoom. Being able to connect with people is everything. I mean, that's just what it is, and it takes a lot out of us. So being able to do this work, is tough. Trying to teach debt free, so many folks with this interest rate going up is going to be in debt even more because those minimum payments are going up that folks are just putting off to the side. So putting a financial plan together is great. Making sure that we have a pathway to get to looking at what that success look like is just awesome. And again, the work you're doing, looking forward to being out in community with you, checking out some of this stuff. I know I'll be running around. I'll be trying to get to all the spots y'all at. I can't get to everything, but I'll be trying to get out there. I'll be seeing you working with the people and making sure that they have the information. So, I want to definitely thank you for that.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, it is October 16th. That is going to be your next outdoor event, right? You said October 16th, or was I?
October 14th, mine
Oh,
event,
14th, 14th,
October
14th.
14th, the community
October
business
14th
maker.
in the Mission. Come get some of the
Yes.
good Latin soul food and come connect with Cynthia, learn some financial tips and some strategies, figure out some of the services that they provide, get connected. Let's start end this year off right so that we can start 2023 off even better. New and approved, just doing the right thing when it comes to this finance.
Yes.
All right, Cynthia. Well, thank you for being here today. I know this was quick, short, to the point community, but again, it was great information. Reach out to Cynthia. All you got to do is pick up the phone, give her a call, and let her help you out. Go through your finances, check out what's going on, give you some tips. That's all it is. Just being able to have that resource and somebody you could talk to and ask this and that, I think is so powerful. And like Cynthia said, you see, she's not an emailer. She didn't say emailer. She said, pick up the phone and call me. That's what it's all about. Pick up the
Exactly.
phone and listen to a voice of wisdom, a voice of understanding, a voice of money who understands what it takes to make it. She's doing great things and just continue. Thank you for just coming to support our both sides of the conversation community, making sure that our community gets this information. We know sometimes this type of information doesn't get to our community. They don't know the strategies, they don't know plans, they don't know how to put this stuff together. And sometimes in the end, they end up suffering, losing for all. Financial planning is the most important thing that we have to put on the forefront in our community, especially when we're talking about estate planning and things of that nature, because there is going to be a day where you're not going to be here, and we want to make sure that we leave our families, our community with those resources. So, again, thank you,
Exactly.
Cynthia. Whenever you have time to get back, and Sean, we got to get Sean back on here. I always miss chatting with Sean. Sean brings so much energy. But
Yeah.
again, he's doing what he's supposed to do, being a dad and taking care of the baby and doing stuff for the community. So thank you both, and we're looking forward to getting you back here again for another
Awesome.
segment and just talking about some of the stuff. Cynthia's doing all kind of stuff, advocating for the homeowners, just everything, just all about the people, and that's what we need, more people like that to make change in our community. So thank you again, Cynthia, for all you do. Thank your family. You're doing it the right way, teaching them young, getting your son, your daughter all into money early.
Yes.
They know how to handle that. and they'll be able to maneuver and make it through life with this knowledge and information. So great job, and continue to do what you do. With that being said, if there's any shout outs, any last things you want to say to the community before we begin closing out tonight's segment.
Yeah, no, thank you. I mean, just give me a call. It's really simple. It's just, meet you where you're at. Like, don't worry, no question is a dumb question. And you don't know what you don't know. And that's how I felt. Like, now that I know what I know, I can't stop talking about it, because I think everybody's in a different space and place, but you got to start somewhere. So just start by calling.
Man, start by calling. You heard it. Don't worry where you at. Just pick up the phone. Call Cynthia. It's up on the screen, 415-286-0616. Reach out. Just pick up the phone. All you got to do is pick up the phone and call. Right there, should be there. Well, with that being said, community, thank you for tuning in tonight. It's been great. Great information. Straight to the point. We didn't drag you out for 2 hours tonight. Usually we have some good powwows. But I think, people are getting information. They see what's going on. They're getting information. If you didn't get the information, you see that phone number on the screen. You want to know about financial literacy, financial education, investing, talking about your future, insurance, reach out to Cynthia and get that information. And community, this week, we're going to have another powerful show. This Sunday, we'll be live 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Our youth is going to be here. Our Youth Sunday conversation. What a great group of youth. They're going to be talking about healthy relationships. Again, I think this is a conversation the elders need to just sit back and listen to our youth, because there's so many adults that's out here that don't have healthy relationships. So many of our mothers and fathers and grandfathers of the community don't have healthy relationships. So listen to the youth. Let's see what their perspective is. Let's see what they think building up healthy relationships is all about. And we'll see them this Sunday at 4 p.m. And then next Tuesday, we're going to have our Hidden Gem segment, where we will continue to highlight our Black and brown businesses, as well as those community leaders and organizations that are doing positive things to impact our community. There's a lot of work, community, that needs to be done. We got a lot of violence going on in our community. We got to work together to end this violence. We got to work with our young people. It starts with connecting before correcting. So many people want to come and talk about what they're doing. Go connect with the people, connect with the young folks in the community, and then try to correct them and give them the information. But there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering, there's a lot of heartbreak in our community right now. And we just need a moment of just relaxing and talking and loving and showing some different things than what's been going on. Again, we're ending the summer months here, still a little bit here in San Francisco in the Bay Area as we get our Indian summer. So I know it's starting to warm up a little bit for us here. But again, we're going to have to find out ways to deal with our differences, deal with our disagreements. And that's a continuous fight. But it takes all of us to do it. We can't stand on the sidelines and say, hey, this is not me. This is not my family. We got to get involved. We got to do our part. Work with the community organizations. Work with the community. Work with the families. And let's come together as a village, and let's do some healing. And let's find a way to put the guns down and enjoy life and be here for our futures and our generations coming before us. So again, thank you all for tuning in. This has been a great segment. And we're just going to continue to bring information to this platform to our community so that folks get an opportunity to get information that sometimes they don't get. Thank you again, Cynthia, for coming on. Thank you to my both sides of the conversation team for all of the amazing, amazing work that you all do, grinding for the community. I always tell the community, sometimes you don't see all of the faces, but it's some amazing folks behind the scenes that are doing a positive, impactful things to impact you all. I know I'm just the ugly face y'all see all of the time, but we here. It's people here, and we're doing the work. Shout out to Tony Rochelle. Shout out to Sakati. They are in the backstage helping out, making sure everything goes smooth, but they are here. Our folks are here. And shout out to my team, the board president, and everybody that was out at the fundraiser yesterday for the charity event at the Chase Center, going to raise money, helping out for community. So I want to say shout out to them. Amazing, amazing job. More things to come. We're going to continue impacting. But again, we need your help to help us so we can help you. Don't forget to support us. Go to our GoFundMe, donate, support. We need some funds. We need some things. We try to do some things to impact this violence, work with our youth, do some of the things that we're doing in the community. So please, if it's in your heart, make sure you don't forget about us, because we won't forget about you. Make sure you donate, support what we need in our efforts so that we can help our community move forward. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Good night now. Be safe. Love, peace, and happiness and all that. greatness in our community. Let's move together as one, y'all. Love y'all. See y'all soon. Until the next time. Peace.